I love these kinds of places. I call them sacred places for a very good reason. Because there's no value with them. Nobody can build anything here or do anything with them. That's where I want to compose my thoughts today. One of these sacred places. I have been, just looking out over this, I've been the founder and leader of the Wolfpack for the past 20 years. So what more beautiful spot than Wolf's Rocks? I want to speak today about some old thoughts about this election we have coming up. And you're going to say, oh, you lost me right there. That is not essentially important to me. I'm not crazy about either one of these two candidates or four candidates. And, that goes back to what I really want to speak about. I'm sitting on this rock here. So, let's talk about it. I've been, like I said, a member of the Wolfpack and founder and member of the Lenape tribe. So I'm a First Nations person. And none of that really is what I mean to be important. It's the path you walk. I could just as soon find a oneness to nature and the earth in Mennonites or in my Russian heritage. But with this election, and again I say I don't care about the candidates because there's no person in this election that you should have to defend. You should never have to defend someone's belief structure. They should be your person that you find as an advocate for your beliefs. So if you find yourself having to defend somebody, really, you're being brainwashed right there. So I'll start off by saying that I don't care who you vote for, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or Green Party. Although, we have to hold them all accountable for what we find important, which is people and places. And people will say, you're so passionate about your beliefs. Well, no. This is what I live in. This is my beliefs. This is the path I walk, the red path. So, I'll point out specifically one candidate I can't stand. And it has nothing to do with the political party that he's a member of. And I won't mention his name. But it's not what he says or what he does. It's this mentality. You look over this valley up until, what is this? America is 240 years old or so. This was an old-growth forest. And Benjamin Franklin, when I asked him, what kind of nation is this, a democracy or republic? And he said, Democratic Republic. And he said, if you can hold on to it. The point being that what you have is very precious. And up until a long time ago, to me, not to these trees. There were ancient trees, 500, 600, 800 years old that lived here. And people saw them as a resource. So they cut them all down and kept saying they'll go on forever until they reach the coast. And they said, oh, snap. So, that's the mentality I'm speaking of. There's two mentalities in this world. And it speaks a lot to people's belief systems. There's the anthropological or people-based mentality, which is where people are dominant. Everything has a value. Everyone needs trees. All this land, you partition it off. It's worth this amount. That's worth that amount. What you do is worth that amount. And they don't take into account the trees' lives, the animals, the environment, the water you drink. So that's the one mentality, and that's what's prevailed. The second mentality is what we Native Americans have, what the people at Standing Rock have, which is a kinship mentality. When we say to all my relations, we mean the rocks, the trees, water, the earth, the sky. We mean it all. Every animal, we see a kinship and a relationship to it, and we don't want to take more than what we need. That's not to say that the Native Americans didn't hunt, cut down trees, or make use of their surroundings, but they did it in a way that had the least impact. That's not seen in that anthropological view so much. But my point with this election is that they've gone beyond the trees and the rocks. Now they're doing it to people. You see the people at Standing Rock. You see how they're being treated. You see the people in Scotland, how they're being treated over their land for a golf course. And then you see, in an election, a man talk about Latinos, Native Americans, African Americans, disabled people, you name it. I mean, I'll go down the line. Women, denigrate women. We've always held women sacred. There's nothing more sacred than a woman. A woman is like the earth. It's like your mother. How could you denigrate a woman? And I think that's what it goes down to. It's gone beyond now the earth and the trees. It's now the people. So in this election, you take a stand, however you vote. If you believe in that other view that everything is a value, then by all means vote that. You have to live with your conscience for that. But I'm speaking right now for the earth, in a place where the earth and energy are the strongest. I'm saying think and feel. Think 7 generations ahead and 7 generations behind you. What would do the most impact for your ancestors and yourself and your grandchildren, all that. That's all I ask. So in this election, I'm encouraging people, please think about these things. Don't just go in and press a button. Make the impact of your vote be the impact of your conscience, your soul. Don't let a candidate speak for you as an advocate of some philosophy or ideology. Let you speak with what your beliefs are, not because you're this or that or that or this. That divisiveness has no place in a place like this. As long as there are places like this that are holy and sacred, that have no value, that's where I always find the most value. Well, have a good day, you all, and take my thoughts into what account you can find, what value you place upon them, which there too says a great deal.